Case in point, yesterday, as part of his White House ballroom project, he sent out a backhoe to rip off a chunk of the East Wing. That is it. We are not giving him the security deposit back. Yvonne, can we see that picture again? That is so deeply unsettling. It's like being a kid and seeing your teacher at the grocery store. For sale.
On Sunday, he sat up in bed and posted, the NFL has to get rid of that ridiculous-looking new kickoff rule. How can they make such a big and sweeping change so easily and quickly? It's at least as dangerous as the normal kickoff and looks like hell. Sissy football is bad for America and bad for the NFL.
One of the world's most powerful men was watching from home, and it all began with a phone and a live microphone. At the Oscars, Jimmy Kimmel took out his phone, read the president's tirade verbatim, and concluded with the sentence that went viral. "Isn't it past your jail time?" The crowd roared. Every smile was captured by the cameras.
What I said was this.
I just got a review, and has there ever been a worse host than Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars? His opening was that of a less-than-average person trying too hard to be something which he is not and never can be. Get rid of Kimmel and perhaps replace him with another washed-up but cheap ABC talent, George Slopanopoulos. He would make everybody on stage look bigger, stronger, and more glamorous. Blah, blah, blah. Make America great again. Okay, now, see if you can guess which former president just posted that on Tuesday. Anyone? No? Well, thank you, President Trump. Thank you for watching. I'm surprised you're still... Isn't it past your jail time?
March 10th, 2024, the largest acting platform in the world, the Dolby Theater, the 96th Academy Awards, and, in some ways, the largest roast for the 47th President of the United States. Kimmel is in the middle of his speech when he learns that Trump has made a harsh social attack from the White House residents.
We're just, as I said, we're just 9 months into Trump's turn, and he's going Hulk smash on the White House. Last time, it took him at least 4 years to bring a demo crew to the Capitol. This is happening after Trump specifically promised his ballroom construction wouldn't touch the existing White House. Here he is talking about it this summer.
It won't interfere with the current building. It'll be near it, but not touching it, and pays total respect to the existing building, which I'm the biggest fan of. It's my favorite place. I love it.
So that was a lie.
Now, instead of the Chinese government harvesting our thoughts, interests, and personal information, Trump's buddy will have them instead. At least it's somebody we can trust, though, right?
Everyone from Bradley Cooper to Emma Stone can be seen laughing so hard in cutaways that they appear to have just witnessed history. The moment is captured on ABC's live stream. Before the credits roll, the headline appears in every publication, including The Hollywood Reporter and The Guardian. The White House press office tries to remain unfazed by the following morning, but the internet won't let it.
Time magazine dropped a new issue to commemorate the deal. Let's take a look at his heroic cover shot. Okay. Ooh. Worst Georgia O'Keeffe ever. You know what?
We've had a hell of a couple of weeks, but I did get some exciting news this weekend. According to a new poll from YouGov, which is a serious polling site, or they were before this, I am more popular than the President of the United States. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Kimmel reversed the camera and made him the target of his own parody, which was surprising for a man whose reputation was founded on controlling airtime. One joke altered the balance of power. Prior to Kimmel's doubling down, everything was good on his show the following evening. As his new prize, he presented the true social rage. Holding his phone like a medal, he declared, "I've got my Oscar now." It's called a Trump pose.
Considering the fact that I'm not a convicted felon friend of Jeffrey Epstein, and I've never paid off a porn star or sent a team of masked goons into a park to pull an old lady away from her grandchildren, I feel like my rating should be higher, maybe, than... At this point, finding a toenail in your salad has a 7-point lead over Donald Trump. And I hope he doesn't see this. I hate to, I don't like to upset him, but I think he might be upset because the White House put out a statement this afternoon. This is a real statement. Over 77 million Americans showed up on Election Day to cast their ballots for President Donald J. Trump, who is delivering on his overwhelming mandate to put America first. Jimmy Kimmel prays every night to garner a fraction of that support to keep his show on air after ratings dropped 64% last week. Sad. I like sad with an exclamation point.
At this point, should we even believe that this is going to end up being a ballroom? It could just as easily end up being a combination Pizza Hut Taco Bell. Now, someone in his administration is clearly smart enough to know how bad this looks because the Treasury Department is right next door facing the demolition, and Treasury has now told their employees not to share any photos of the construction. Not generally something you instruct when you're proud of what's going on. Hey guys, remember, no photos at my wedding, and it's not because I'm marrying a body pillow of Mariah Carey.
Kimmel begins by showcasing the most recent social outburst. This one was about a Time magazine cover that Trump detested. Kimmel adds, mockingly worried, he's upset. It seems that the lighting was unflattering. Imagine losing sleep as the head of the free world because you were offended by a magazine. The subtext stings, but the audience laughs.
You know what else is sad? That the President of the United States has a lower approval rating than Diddy and diarrhea. That's what's sad. If he's looking, I know he cares very deeply about this sort of thing. If he's looking to improve his approval numbers, I have an idea. Release the Epstein files. Yeah.
Did you ever think the President of the United States would be celebrating your unemployment?
I mean, that son of a bitch, is really unbelievable.
Mr. Son of a bitch.
I mean,
Mr. Son of a bitch.
His royal, yes. Yeah, no, I never imagined that we'd ever have a president like this, and I hope we don't ever have another president like this again. I mean, I never even imagined there would ever be a situation in which the president of our country was celebrating hundreds of Americans losing their jobs. With somebody who took pleasure in that. That, to me, is the absolute opposite of what a leader of this country is supposed to be.